Hello and welcome again to Autism at Home, brought to you by us at Early Autism Project Malaysia through our non-profit initiative, the Hope Project. I am Emma and welcome back to Unit 26 on Daily Living Skills. We talked about getting undressed in the previous lesson, and now in this lesson, we will talk about getting dressed. In our experience, teaching children to undress takes less time in general in comparison to putting on clothes. This is because the breakdown for getting undressed would typically have fewer steps for our kiddos to learn. With getting dressed, or in other words, putting on clothes, there are a number of areas to teach. Apart from the actual movements involved for children to actually put the clothes on, they would need to learn to identify the back and front parts of each clothing, top and bottom. As usual, let's discuss the 3 key tips. Firstly, the prerequisite skills. Similar to the ones listed in the previous lessons, your child will need the skills of understanding instructions, overall flexibility, cooperation, imitation, fine motor skills, some understanding of back and front. Tolerance to different clothing materials would be an added advantage. Otherwise, to learn the skills in this lesson, you may need to stick to the same clothing material throughout the practices. Next task is identifying the specific steps. For this lesson, we will need to outline the steps for both bottom and top clothing. So for this routine, the steps for putting on a top includes taking a top like a t-shirt or a shirt, spread it on the bed, front side facing downwards, taking a pair of pants, spread it on the bed, front side facing downwards, hold the t-shirt by the ends, bring the t-shirt to the child's head without changing the sides, front or back. Child puts their head through the hole or the opening, check the correct sides. In other words, the image or the text on the front side and the clothes tag at the child's nape. Put the right hand through the opening, put the left hand through the opening, pull the t-shirt down. Then for pants, start with taking the pants from the bed without changing the sides, front and back. Child may sit down or lean against a wall or the bed to balance themselves. Lower the pants to the feet or to the floor. Put the right foot in through the opening and all the way until the end with the foot touching the floor. Put the left foot in through the opening and all the way until the end with the foot touching the floor. Stand up while holding the pants at the knee level. Pull the pants up to ideal level. Some parents may prefer below the navel or on the navel. Hook or button if necessary. In terms of the materials needed, a social story is a must. A video model is also beneficial. Similar to the previous lesson, you could get your child's siblings or same-aged cousins to help model the actions in the video if such a resource is not already available online. This may just help motivate your child to do the same. A visual schedule of the steps in the routine. Again, best to always assess if a forward chaining method or backward chaining would be the better route for your child. The extra clothes for your child to change into. You will also need a laundry basket. And last but not least, the rewards. Next is teaching the skill. For the purpose of this lesson, we will use the backward chaining method. Again, if a child is able to complete the targeted step independently and successfully 3 times in a row, you can feedback your prompts and then move to the next target. Also, some tips for you to consider before you begin teaching. For the top, it is best to use those with a very clear front. That means with a very big picture and with a blank back. This will make it visually much clearer for your child to discriminate between the front and the back. Best to also have the clothes tag intact as an additional tool to help the discrimination of front and back. Although this is a common trigger for kids as it can get quite uncomfortable when the tag starts touching their nape. So whether to keep the tag or remove it, this would be up to your discretion. Again, to increase your child's success by starting with the t-shirts without any buttons and not to mention those that are of just nice sizing for your child. Those that are tight for them or have buttons may be challenging for them, and forcing them to still use these clothing would reduce their success and delay their progress. Next, the flow to go. First, you can read the social story, show the video model of the expectations, then say, "Let's practice." You can then go through the visual schedule with your child and then begin the practices. Don't forget to give the verbal feedback or praises to your child when they do meet their expectations, and remember to also give the rewards. And get ready for your turn. Go over the prerequisites and identify if there's any areas you need to go back to and practice. Identify the specific steps needed to teach dressing and do include in your teaching plan the 3 key ABA strategies: breaking skills down, pair learning with reinforcement, and provide sufficient practice. Prepare the materials needed: a social story, a visual schedule, a video model, specific materials such as the easiest and most successful t-shirts and pants, and then begin teaching. Well, there you go, a lesson on getting dressed. Don't forget to share with us your feedback in the comment section below. In the next and final lesson, we'll be teaching you all about putting on and taking off socks and shoes. So do stay tuned. Thank you very much for your support, and with the amount of interest we have received online, we have actually started providing online services and have worked over the years with clients in other states of Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Philippines, China, Kuwait, New Zealand, and Switzerland. Get in touch with us for more information by scanning this QR code. If you haven't already, do check out our online resource platform, Autism at Home, which has all the lesson videos, corresponding articles, and downloadables available for you for free. And stay updated through our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Do click on the subscribe and follow buttons to get more information. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you very soon.